Knocked his ass out and kissed him on the cheek. He fucked up just by thinking I was sweet. I run the city, Mike, I thought I was some cliques. You never heard someone like this upon the beat. Tutti fruity, the booty duty is jury duty. Moody foodies, jacuzzis is filled with bougie booties. All of this money, don't know how to count it, man. I think I need a computer. I can't live in beat, man. I live at the funeral. I got no need for a shooter. I'm getting bigger, getting bigger. Do you wanna reconsider? Lost control of a killer. I'm getting bigger, getting bigger. The whole label's drug dealers, If you build it, homie, they will come. If you turning up to save me some. Drop down to get your eagle on. I don't care for boring people. I think you're lame. I only politic with goons while out the frame. Better take another shot, bitch. It's not a game. I'll beat it out the frame. Baraka waka flocka flame. I am a legend, man. You know that I have a problem with acting a fool. I don't talk to police. I know nothing. I swear to God that shit is not true. I'm a barbarian, hopping adrenaline, looking for something to do. I'm remarkable. I'm on a roll. If you need education, I'll take you to school. I'm getting bigger, getting bigger. Do you wanna reconsider? Lost control of a killer. I'm getting bigger, getting bigger. Wake up, brush off, get clean, look good. Put on 2 chains, flexing, but what's up? So fly, 2C, be you, look good. I win, you lose, fuck you, what's up? I don't care for boring people. I think you're lame. I only politic with goons while out the frame. Better take another shot, bitch. It's not a game. I'll beat it out the frame. Baraka waka flocka flame. Yeah, I'm the shit. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Now I think I will go catch your body. Fuck your bitch. Fuck your bitch. Fuck your bitch. Fuck your bitch. And then I will go take a potty. No teriyaki. Yeah, rock Kawasaki. If you're gonna you can hop in the shotty. She popping the molly. We'll cop in the squatty. Ooh, cookie, loving the body. I'm getting bigger, getting bigger. Do you wanna reconsider? Lost control of a killer. I'm getting bigger, getting bigger. Sing this. 1 time. 2 time. 3 time. Hey.
What is happening, you guys? And welcome to another episode of the Finn's Tailgate. I am your host, El Capi Maitan. And tonight, on the tailgate party that never seems to stop, Dolphins got the dub. Yeah, boy. The Dolphins get the dub, and in an amazing fashion, too. Granted, yeah, I get it. It's preseason. Granted, yeah, it's the friggin' Texans. They suck. But there was widespread panic and worry around the fan base, as well as people looking to bite off the head of the GM. There was also another conversation that was really loud out there. A lot of haters. A lot of you haters holding back Tua Tagovailoa. These people in the fan base who love him so much are his biggest enemies. They continue to want to bubble wrap this young man. I don't need to see Tua. I don't need to. He can be, we need offensive line. I mean, bro, I'm so sick of it, dude. These people protect him. They wanted to carry this man full term for a full 9 months. From December, when the last time we saw him, all the way to mid-September. He's a baby. That's a full 9 months. If people that know math, you carry from 1 month to the next, a little baby wrapped Tagovailoa, my little baby. Get over yourselves. You ain't doing this young man no favors by freaking patting him on the booty with your freaking, anyhow, put down the baby powder, let him grow up. He's a big boy. And as you saw early in the game, this is why you play preseason. There was an interception. There was a high snap. It looked bleak there. Defense came back. Nice 4-and-out stop from the interception. Gave the ball back to the offense. Still some hiccups, but then they drove it the length of the field for a touchdown. A masterful performance at that. Looked great. And for all you haters out there that want to do what's best for Tua by babying him, you didn't do him any favors, and he knows it. And he said so himself. I actually had a call from Johnny Sauces, who sent me an interview he had with Tua. I don't know if you guys caught it on the channel. Let me go ahead and bring it up here for you real quick. But you know what? Before I get to that, I have a couple of the fellas in the back. I'll let them up momentarily. But before we get to Johnny Sauces and his interview with Tua, I just want to say, everybody hit the like button. All right, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, come over to YouTube. It's where all the content is at. You can find it. You guys have no idea the amount of shows, content, and everything we are lining up for you here with the Fins Tailgate. We are literally, I got the book right here. Okay. We had a team meeting yesterday, or the day before yesterday, another quick meeting today. We have tons and tons and tons of live shows, premieres, shorts, videos, everything. Dude, you guys aren't going to want to miss it. So you need to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn the notification bell on, because we're going to be cranking out the content. We're going to keep you entertained. We're going to keep you informed. We're going to keep you all happy. I promise you that. Start off with checking out all the great content, getting ready to have this updated probably today, because we got it all coming back. Myself, the Fins Tailgate, El Capitan. You got color commentary with coffee and a cup of colors, and then you got also with no, you have coffee and a cup of color commentary. You also have him doing some co-hosting with Ali at Top of the Tailgate in the mornings. Check out Ali with Broken Takes coming out every week, and also Late Night Exhale on Saturdays. Kahari KP got some stuff lined up here as well for him. He's got a great show that's going to be coming out on Thursdays, getting ready to knock that out, as well as some fantasy stuff on Saturday mornings. You got Lou, aka the Rabid Dolphin. Him and Crypto got a show coming out tomorrow. Can't wait for you all to see that show. And also, you guys can catch Crypto again with Color on Thursdays. And then you're also going to catch Lou with the Rabid Dolphin, co-hosting with Shake Money every midday, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, doing the drive times, doing the smoke lounge. And then Rabid Dolphin with some post-game shows and pre-game shows on the Sundays. I'm telling you, you guys need to get it in. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate, great ways to support. Another great way, guys, is to hit the join button, become a member. Members only content starting to trickle out here and there. Some good stuff coming to you guys. I promise you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to get early access to like Broken Takes. You're going to get early access to some of the shorts that are coming out. You're going to want to have that. Also, great way to support the show always is getting in the super chat. Use the super chats. And you guys, make sure you're checking out our great friends over at Fanatics. Link is in the description and at the homepage and on the website for our friends at Fanatics. If you use the link, you let them know that we sent you. And then also our friends at W Energy Drink, where if you use offer code TFTG, you'll get 10% off your purchases with them. And with our friends over at Backroom Collections. Again, use offer code TFTG to get 10% off your purchases with them. And don't forget to check out the website. All the great gear, great stuff coming at you. Articles going to be written on the website here coming momentarily. Keeping you informed, keeping you updated. All of everybody's social medias. You're going to want to check out the website.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
Guys, check out TFTGnetwork.com. You're going to want to check out all the good stuff we got there on the network. Gonna keep you informed, gonna keep you guys knowing what's good. Shout out to everybody in chat. I see there's a ton of you guys in here, over 50 in the room. Hit the like button. John Featherland in them first, letting them know. Hit the like button. 72 Fins logo, what's good? Chef Zhu letting everyone know. The members, the mods, shout out to everyone. Thank you to all the members. Carla, what is happening? Yes, Dolphins injury news. Beat reporter, color commentary suffered a delusion that Skylar was a good QB. Wow, Carla coming in hot. Dang. Joe Wrists, my guy. Buck Fuffalo, what's good, buddy? Bihana, what's happening? Marino's Goat, Raphael, Pamela, other members in here. Shout out to all the members. Appreciate you guys. Jamie, what's up? Brian's Brains. Frost, what's good, homie? Good evening, everyone. Frost says hello, hello. Liz, good flipping evening, Liz. How's it going? Who else here? Shake Money, member and show member. Michael K, B McD, what's up? Shout out to everyone. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Cap for Life, what's up? Billy, Fred, Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights, what's up? 1, 2, 3, 4 F's. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, dog. We are working super, super hard around here. I'm gonna show you guys just real quick. What's up, Marty? I see you watching on Facebook. See you guys over there watching on Facebook. Salute to you guys. Glad you guys are enjoying the content. Try to get over here to YouTube and get in on the chat. Triple S, what's up, buddy? So yeah, real quick before I bring the guys up, I just want to show you. Tua wasn't too pleased about hearing, a lot of these fans did not want him to participate in preseason. A lot of people are babying this guy. He went out there doing his jujitsu, hiya, fucking kung fu jitsu, bro. Man could freaking roll with the best of them. He wants to go out there and practice his moves. He needs to get out there and feel the blades of grass between his toes again through his cleats. Got to get that stank on you. Got to get that callus built up. It's time for him to take what he knows he's earned. Enough of this injury nonsense. Enough of we need to build the O-line. O-line's fine. O-line's on the up. I don't know if y'all saw it, but with injuries across the board, O-line didn't look too bad. Stock be way high on this scheme right now. Telling you. And there's plenty of people that wanted Tua to not participate. And Tua wasn't happy about that. Our own reporter, Johnny Sauces, was able to get an interview with Tua. And it's only on shorts, but there'll be videos coming out, too, in the future. So this looks a little better. But I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here so y'all can see. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. All right. Hold on a second. I have to start it over.
You get all the feelings that you.
Let me start it over. Tua, what was it like getting out there for the first time since last December?
It was awesome. You get all the feelings that you normally feel of getting back out there again. Butterflies, anxious to get out there. All these thoughts going through your head, but I thought it felt really good being able to go out there, call plays with the guys, the camaraderie in the huddle. Things didn't go our way, adversity hit, and it was cool to see the guys respond.
You mentioned adversity. You're talking about that early interception. What happened there?
It's never good to do that. It doesn't matter which way you look at that.
To a last question, what would you say to those who think you shouldn't have played till week 1 and no preseason at all?
I'm not happy about that.
So as you can see in that last question there, he wasn't too pleased with those fans that were saying that type of stuff. Y'all need to make sure you guys are turning on the notifications and getting all these updates because Johnny Sauces is out there. The guy lives in his fucking car. He's got alimony to pay, child support to pay. you all need to make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribe, and putting comments in there. If there's any questions you want Johnny Sauces to ask, just put it in the comment section. He'll try to get those questions there to you. But without any further ado, I'm going to bring a couple of the fellas up. I want to talk to them about this game a little bit. I got Ali coming in here. What's up, Ali? I got Lou, a.k.a. the Rabid Dolphin, and Crypto coming up in this month. What's up, fellas?
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you guys doing?
What up? What up?
What's up?
Good.
What's up? So,
What's
Crypto,
up, fellas?
Lou, you guys tomorrow after top of the tailgate, bright and early, Ali. And then a few hours after that, first ever episode of Crypto and the Rabid Dolphin. Boys, y'all gonna be jacked up or what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
most definitely. We got a treat for them tomorrow. We got a treat.
Ooh, I can't.
Very
it'll be
exciting
good.
times.
Very exciting times.
It really is. It really is. We got a lot cooking over here in the channel at the show. I mean, we're excited about the season. We really are. I know I am. And I know that you guys have been out there on these streets, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We've been out here beating the bush. And, listen, a little bit of hiccups in that preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
But look how they responded. I would rather have hiccups in a preseason game with a good response than hiccups in a live first ever game. And then now you're
Right.
playing back. I mean, come on now.
You
What are we
get it out of your system, Cap.
Get it out of the system.
Yeah, I'd
bro.
rather
That's
have
why
it
I'm
be
so
done
happy
now as
Tua
well.
played in that game. He got it out of him.
I am pleased. Took a couple of nice licks, fell decently, stood back up. The man made a tackle. Threw an interception, made the tackle. Come on.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely
better
did.
that interception in week 2 of the preseason study in week 1 of the regular season, and you behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, and what is a Chargers team that really needs to do well. They have a quarterback that Tua is consistently being measured with. What do you think, Lou?
Yeah.
Listen, for me, I think I got a lot of answers, even in a preseason game. I don't care about the wins or losses, really. But Cap, like what we're starting to see, and especially from Tua, right, is his first 2 years underwhelming. He major questions. And always for me, what did I always say? I didn't care about the coaching. I didn't care about the weapons. I didn't care about nothing. I wanted to see my top 5 overall pick, my franchise quarterback, right? When shit's hitting the fan. First play, interception. Second play out the gate, high snap, no one's ready. You're pinned at the 1 yard line. When shit is hitting the fan, where's that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a 14-play, 98-yard scoring drive. That's when adversity hit, right? When everything is not perfect. We know what we get when everything is perfect. We got to see Tua and again, preseason, I'm cautioning the expectations, right? But it was a good sign to see that it just looked like he never got phased. He rallied the troops. It's good to see from the overall franchise guy.
Lou, after that first hiccup, that first interception, he completed every pass he threw after that for 61 yards. Converted on 3
1000%.
third downs on that night. I think it was a 93-yard. Maybe it was 9. I can't remember. But the length of the field. No, it was a 98 because they drove all the way from the 1. So, yeah, it literally a 98-yard drive that scored. You can't ask for a better response than that. You literally, before you knew it, it was 2nd and 11 or 2nd and 14.
Mm-hmm.
And you had already thrown an interception. This was not the hole I anticipated the offense to come out in. But what did they do? How did they respond? Tua Tagovailoa put dots all over the field, and it was capped off with a 2-yard Raheem Mostert run into there. And the run game looked great. I got to say, run game, the whole game looked great. Blocking, even though we didn't have Teron Armstead out there, we didn't have who else wasn't there?
Are you talking about just the offense or in general?
The line?
Yeah. I know Teron Armstead didn't play.
Waddle wasn't there.
Jalen Waddle was.
I think Cotton there on the line. Either he was held out because he was playing, and Cotton has been a guy who's
that's the only one that was missing.
so with the a couple of guys. Not bad of a performance out of the O-line.
Mhm.
It wasn't bad
Well,
at
we got-
all. It could have been worse. The only issues that I saw was some of the high snaps. That's about it. Which I think they can fix before the season. That's not
Well,
something.
I don't know that those high snaps are dating back to last year. That
Yeah.
is concerning.
They
to me.
are, but
Yeah,
what
but
ends
that's
up
the problem.
happening? What ends up happening, in my opinion, though, you'll see it like happen once or twice, and then you don't see it for a while, right? And just like last season in the preseason, we saw it again, right? Now I just want to see them go to work, so I don't have to see this for quite some time. You know what I mean? That's basically how I see it.
I don't need an early high snap that
Mhm.
goes on a 1 and everyone's expecting it on 3, where Tua's jumping in the air to try to get it down and nobody's
Right.
ready to block and someone has a free shot on his open exposed sternum like that. I'll kill a
Agreed.
motherfucker right now. I'll kill a motherfucker right now. Don't do that to me, ladies and gentlemen, please. So Connor needs to get it together, but I think all in all, it was not bad.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Definitely.
thought it
Lewis, I'm
was,
gonna need you. I'm gonna need your apron, Lewis. I'm cooking some shrimp. I'm gonna need your apron.
Hey,
I'm gonna need that apron.
Well, that's a great segue, Crypto. You can find that great apron on the Fins Tailgate Network, right?
Yes,
If
you
you go
can.
to the
There it is.
website, there's all kind of great stuff over there. Please, everybody, go over there and check it out. But you can find it there, Crypto.
Perfect.
There we
segue,
go,
Crypto.
man. I'm gonna have to. This shrimp looking good, man. I'm gonna have to put on an apron, man.
since we're talking about cooking, I would like to address Carla, who seems to think that Color was having a brain fart or something about Skylar Thompson being a good quarterback. He may not be a
Ooh.
great elite quarterback, but he has done something that Mike White couldn't do, and that was actually get it in the end zone 3 times. By the way,
Listen,
he was like 3 for 3 in the red zone, which I think Mike White was 0 for 4 in the red zone. Let alone, and I know this is very minute because it's the preseason. Let alone Skylar Thompson leads for the highest QB rating on our team between both games and all QBs, right? And he has one of the highest QBs, not the highest, because there's a couple guys that had higher, but then again, they played less of a series, to be honest. So I really don't count some of them. He has one of the highest QB ratings as he did last preseason. He's doing it again. And he had a higher QB rating than none other than Josh Allen, too. Buffalo Bills fans. Just want
Josh
to put
Allen
that out
sucks. Josh Allen.
Just want to
sucks.
put
They
that
wish
out
they
there.
had a Skylar Thompson.
Good point, E.
So,
good point.
On my stock up report, I've got 3 things for my stock up. Offensive line, stock is up. Sorry, people want to shit on it, but that run game looks real. It looks real. Okay. They did good. They had a couple of guys that weren't there. And I'm sorry, but here's hold on. I got it written down here. Hold on. Where is it? Let me see. Kendall Lamb started at left tackle. Isaiah Wynn at left guard. Liam Eichenberg didn't play, which we could tell. Connor Williams at center. Robert Hunt at right guard, and Austin Jackson at right tackle. Even though Teron Armstead was not out there, that O-line looked really decent.
Yes, they did. And I just want to point this out there since you talked about Eichenberg. Notice that Eichenberg didn't play when Tua was in the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like Tua finally, they bring him in and they're like, oh, there's no Eichenberg. I called him. I knew that was going to happen.
To me, Eichenberg's future is learning how to snap the shit out of that football very well. He needs to be there.
I think his future is bringing the water to Tua, bringing Tua's water bottle. That's what I think it is.
It's painfully apparent to me that Eichenberg doesn't have the back end to anchor down when these defensive linemen get that push on him. He doesn't have it. Centers, he does. You know what he does have? He does have the ability to have a little bit of wheels on him. Just his short arms don't do nothing. So he can be a pulling center as a lead blocker on the edge because he's got enough wheels to get downfield. And I've seen him downfield do enough. All he's got to be is a moving wall out there. That's all. Just a wall that can get in the way of somebody that the running back or wide receiver, whoever's coming around to yonder, can go inside or outside to. That's it. That's all you need at that. If he can snap the ball, he's going to find himself in the real mix if Connor Williams is price pointing himself out, Dolphins can then can draft a guy in the mid round, second, third. Eichenberg competes, and we don't lose a beat. That's what I'm thinking is his life right now. And as a depth piece on the inside, yeah, he has some terrible snaps, but that's the thing. Eichenberg, you won't notice him. Then you notice him because it's a terrible snap. That's his problem. So, anyhow, another stock up. Salvan Ahmed. Where has this Salvan Ahmed been? This guy, he looked nimble out there. That run that he bounced to the outside on that defender, he kind of did that shook step where you take that step in and it looks like you're going to jet inside and plants his foot and takes it again back outside. Salvan Ahmed looks like he's finally showing up with all that talent that he's had his whole life.
Well, I don't know if it's so much he's showing up now. I just think he's getting more of an opportunity. I think every time he's been on the field for us, he's been productive. We just haven't given him enough opportunity, right? Like, again, I like everything I see from Ahmed. There's been a couple of good conversations I've been in with the running back talk, right? And I don't know. I think this is the year we finally see Gaskins not make the team. But I'll give a hot take now, and I'm not even going to take credit for it. Shout out to Steve if he's listening. He comes from the Twitter side. But he thinks that our 4 running backs is going to be Ahmed, A-Chain, Mostert, in no specific order. But this is the kicker. So we got those 3. He thinks it's going to be UDFA Chris Brooks in place of Jeff Wilson Jr. What do you guys thinks of that? Like Gaskins and Jeff Wilson Jr. not making the team, and Chris Brooks, A-Chain, Ahmed, and Mostert as the starting.
Can I tackle this one first? Can I give you my answer first, please?
Make it.
Go ahead, Ali.
Go ahead.
So I was gonna come in after he was done with the top performers. I was gonna come in and shit on the running back room, and I'll tell you why. We have seen too much chances of either possible injury or injury in this running back room, and we're only in the preseason, right? I want to say it was the last game or practices. You're constantly seeing Mostert limping around. You see Jeff Wilson, who had a minor injury and stuff. Injuries are already happening to this running back room, right? It is very possible, and I do agree with Steve, that Brooks might make this roster. But I don't think Miami. I have a very hard time believing Miami is not going to bring somebody in, and I'll tell you why. Because of these injuries, you saw what happened to A-Chain, right? He's the guy that everybody says we don't need Dalvin Cook for. Already got injured, bro. That would have probably kept him out of a game or playing the rest of a game or whatever, right? Mostert. He's one injury away from being out again for multiple games. Same thing with Jeff Wilson, bro. They're too nimble. That's the problem. They got too many chances of injury. And here's the thing. This offensive scheme is very grueling to running backs, bro. I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it again, that is the biggest issue that the 49ers had, and that's why they had to go get a McCaffrey. Not saying that we need a McCaffrey. I'm not saying that. I just think that you have to bring in another person to make this work. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that the 4 alone would be good enough because of all the possible injuries. They're all pretty much, everybody right there is all pretty much injury prone with the exception of maybe Salvan Ahmed, I think, out of the 4 guys that we think would make this roster. I don't know about Salvan Ahmed's injury stuff, but both Mostert and Jeff Wilson injury prone, right? A-Chain already injured, bro. It's already to a bad start. There's no way you go without addressing it. That's all I'm going to say. So I think that they still have to bring a body. They have to bring in a body.
What do you think, Crypto?
My bad. I was away from my phone, hitting stuff off the stove. But hey,
basically, what I said is that there's no way that the Dolphins go without bringing in another body into this running back room. it's impossible. And no, for the people in chat that said the only way you can do that is with trade, no, you don't have to do that with trade. There's still running backs out in the free agent market that you can get next to nothing, dimes on the dollar, and still be formidable. Go ahead, Crypto. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna have to bring somebody in still because of how the injuries are already flaring up in that room?
I would say yes.
Because right now,
no.
the way I see it, that room is going to end up being the cornerback room that we had last season, but it's going to be the running back position that's getting hit all the time. You're gonna have
That's
tight ends
point.
playing running back at some point with that if you're not going to bring anybody else in. Just being honest. So
That's a good point. I think they might, if they go try to get somebody else, I think they might get cheap. Sometimes this franchise, just in general, we got a bad habit of always trying to shop at the freaking Nordstrom rack instead of going into the actual Nordstrom store and getting what we need. But they always go into the rack. They want to get things on the cheap. So yeah. So it's kind of a two-part answer. Yeah. They might do it, but they go into the Nordstrom rack when it comes to that.
What do you think, Lou? Lewis?
I don't know, man. If they do make a move, I know where I think I know where he's going with this. I would say it would be, I don't think it's a low tier guy. I don't think it's going to be like a guy like Kareem Hunt, right? I think if the move, it would be calling Indianapolis for JT.
That's not a little move, bro. That's a big move. First of all,
they do that.
No, it's not little at all.
I'm willing to listen.
Let me tell you
I
something, right?
I think it would be a move like that. I don't think. I think they like what they have in their room. I think adding like a guy like Kareem Hunt, he's not really, in my opinion, better than anything we have now. If they did make a move,
I don't think so.
To your point, I think JT would be the move.
Here's the thing. First of all, if it's going to be a JT move, I could very well see it being one of those moves that you make by week 6, just like the Christian McCaffrey move. That's how it will play out right before the deadline, right? However, I don't think it has to be a Kareem Hunt that you have to bring in here. You could very well bring in Leonard Fournette or somebody like that as well.
I'm going to say I don't think they're going to do anything at the running back room. Now,
okay.
And if we're talking about a Jonathan Taylor and Chris Greer thinking he can work something, I think he would. He's always got that. I believe he's already reached out. I believe he's already inquired. That's what Chris Greer always does when a marquee talent becomes available. He don't give a damn if it's a quarterback. Okay. And I respect that because that's your job as a freaking a GM. You need to know. I see it could happen maybe before the trade deadline, especially, and I think the Colts are going to wait to the trade deadline as well. Probably force JT to go out there, show what he's got on the field. Then teams will go, all right, this kid's back. He's healthy. He's that. And it can maybe get them a little bang for their buck as well. But to me, I think A-Chain's going to be all right. I don't know how serious the injury is. It's something that does concern me, and we're going to find out more about it. We don't have anything definitive just yet. I'm sure Johnny Sauces will get back to us once he knows some stuff on that. But as well, for me, for right now, I do like the Brooks. I think he looks pretty decent. I think his takeoff speed is a little slow. I think when he's coming downhill, he can maneuver very well with the ball in his hands, but his stop and go speed is not elite enough for what I like because he's such a big boy. But I don't know. Raheem Mostert looks pretty good right now. I know everyone's counting the guy out. I think he looks pretty decent right now. I think Sylvan Ahmed, if he continues to be what we're seeing, we're going to be just fine. We haven't really even seen that much of Jeff Wilson and what to expect, but I know the Dolphins believe in him in this scheme. And remember, yeah, we talk about the Christian McCaffrey, San Francisco correlation to the offense we're running now. But forever, ever, they made it work with guys in this West Coast scheme. It's not about having a feature marquee back. It never has been. Shout out to Michael K with the first donation. He says, Johnny Sauces drinks White Claws. Johnny Sauces drinks really cheap scotch. Okay. And really cheap, like like Jim Beam, but not the Jim Beam brand. Like the guy has a problem, you know. Again, he lives in his car. So, but let me finish up. I like Myles Gaskin to also have his hat in the ring until otherwise. Don't forget that he's out there. If there is an injury at the running back position, I think the Dolphins are going to be fine with keeping Myles Gaskin and or Brooks as practice squad guys and rounding it out with the 4 guys that they got. That's just what I think. I think they're fine with the running back room keeping 1 or 2 of those guys on the practice squad and probably have their eye on a slew of other dudes that fit that mold of what they're going to use. You're on mute, Ali. Nobody can hear you.
Can I just interject real quick or like piggyback on what you said?
Yes.
That'd be okay?
Yeah.
So you said that it, you know, with this West Coast scheme or whatever, he doesn't have to be a marquee guy, which I agree with you. In theory, it doesn't. However, because of how grueling this scheme is for running backs and due to the injuries, 49ers, who religiously would not draft running backs higher than the 4th round or had a lot of undrafted guys and whatnot, finally had to make a trade for a big time marquee guy
Ali,
to make it actually work. So I understand what you're saying, but I disagree.
Well, I'm going to tell you why they did
the evidence is already there. The evidence is already there. That's
the evidence of one time in the entire West Coast scheme conception. And the reason really why they did that is because they're rolling out with young, inexperienced quarterbacks, whether it's Trey Lance, who still needs a hell of a lot of work, or the guy Purdy that they had work out for him last year. Jimmy G is gone. They don't have the guy.
Wait. Hold on. Before you start there,
they're
Jimmy
saying
G
Purdy is
gone,
not looking
but he
as
was
good.
there. He was there last
but
year,
that's
though.
because they knew Jimmy G's time was up and that their future was in these young quarterbacks. They've done it smart.
Okay,
I get that they got him while Jimmy G was in the room, but you don't fix something that ain't broken without to replace it. They bought the replacement in their offense by getting a high-powered top-tier running back to be coupled with young, inexperienced quarterbacks. That's why they did it. No other reason. Not because
we have 2 young and inexperienced backup quarterbacks. So
they don't buy wide receivers and spend money on the wide receivers. They just don't. You can't have your cake and eat it too when you're trying to level out the team. To me, they're in keeping more to what this offensive scheme is. And that's, I could spend $10 million on a running back, but he's going to go down just like the $1 million running back. Now I got $10 million that's being not used.
Technically, they didn't need to spend the money on the wide receivers cap because they already had them. They drafted them. They already had Brandon Ayuk. They already had Deebo Samuels. I mean, they're already in the room.
And now they're going to start. Now they're going to have to start paying them, and it's going to. I'm telling you,
they already did. They already paid them. It's already.
They didn't pay Deebo Samuel.
Yes, they did. He has a contract. What the fuck are you talking about? Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I didn't know this is your show. I'm not trying to get excited. I'm sorry.
Either way,
he just got his contract last season, bro.
Well, I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense unless they're going to get a young talent to pay any guy like getting Cook and paying him the money he got in with the Jets. It's just not a smart business plan to pay a running back when this system, literally by everyone's knowledge, chews running backs up.
Yeah, and having that type of guy can also partially put a Band-Aid on your offensive line when they're not playing very well.
Offensive line's playing well enough, I think.
Okay, all right. We'll evaluate later on in the season, so we'll come back to it.
What do you think, Color?
I don't know. I was just ready to watch the car wreck, man. This is good.
The car wreck, man.
About JT, is that what we're on right now?
Well, no. The argument is this. This is no. Let's lay it out for Color so he understands the facts. The facts were that I don't see Miami not bring in another body. It doesn't have to be a JT move. It doesn't have to be a marquee running back. I can see them bringing in another running back because you're already getting an injury-riddled room already, bro. You got what's his name? Jeff
you have
Wilson
injury
Jr.
concerns.
Not concerns. They've already got knocks throughout the preseason where they've had to put a guy on ice for a day and before you can come back. Jeff Wilson got a knock. So did A-Chain has a shoulder injury now, right? who the guy that said
shoulder injury is something substantial and it's going to be gone for some time, then yes. But if A-Chain's going to be able to be on the depth chart by, and a guy that they're not going to have 4 running backs on their 53 at all times. They're going to put 4 on the 53, but they're going to rotate. It's probably going to bring 3 every game day. It's probably how it's going to go because Alec Ingold's out there. So, and they're going to change that up.
This is going to be a hot take, and people are not going to be happy with how I say this. Miami Dolphins need their running backs like they need their QB. They need to play the entire season.
So I'm going to go real quickly.
Well, that's not how I tell
free
you.
Agent.
True.
I'm going to go through right now free agent running backs that are out on the market. Number 1, Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt, J.D. McKissick, Mark Ingram, Rex Burkhead, Giovanni Bernard, Tywayne Jones, Darnell Hilliard, and then the rest are just a bunch of guys. That's it. Bunch of just dudes that are 23 to 31. David Johnson's still out there, so maybe him. But to me, any one of these middling guys brought in, you don't see. That's just it. They don't need to bring that guy in. If one of your running backs goes down week 5, those guys are still sitting out there. And this system, you can say, hey, play out the rest of this year for me at the veteran minimum. I'm going to owe you $900,000, and you're now the 4th running back on the depth chart. You can add a running back at any point. But to me, for a 53-man roster cut, I'd rather carry 3 running backs with 1 on IR before adding some other guy over anyone we have on the room already. I would say, fuck that. Put Myles Gaskin there. Any one of those guys might not be as good as Myles Gaskin is right now, being in this system, being around this team. It would still need that break-in period. Maybe the top 2 free agents, which are, what was it? Kareem Hunt and Leonard Fournette, but those guys command probably the most amount of money. The only way I see an addition in the running back room is a splash, and the only splash that's worth this shit right now is Josh Jacobs or JT with the Colts. And either one of those, fine. You want to make that, you want to build that as a weapon to be a centerpiece for your running back room, have at her. But any other move to adding a guy in between now and then, I don't foresee how it makes financial room. Because honestly, after 53-man roster cuts, that list might look a hell of a lot better. You might see somebody could come in and be an immediate impact. That's a guy that's 26 years old, just a parallel to what Jeff Wilson Jr. is on this offense that gets dropped out there. Then you might say, well, you know what? Maybe we do carry him and put A-Chain. Now, if A-Chain's shoulder injury is significant or anything more than just something he is going to be back by week 2, then yeah, I don't foresee him getting a lot of carries on the depth chart right now. If we're looking at the depth chart, it's easy. Raheem Mostert, number 1, probably Jeff Wilson at number 2, but a close 3rd would be Salvon Ahmed, and A-Chain's at the bottom. They're giving him plenty of the work, but that injury is not going to help him with his depth chart. Salvon Ahmed's performance in the preseason game totally brought him up. And now the next person on my stock up edition, and this is going to stir the hornet's nest. Skylar Thompson. Stock is way up on the Sky Man, while the stock being down with Mike White. Mike White got a lot of opportunities week 1 with a better, team out there and put in decent enough situations that he failed to come up in. While Skylar Thompson, having the equal opportunity that he did in week 2, showed up and showed out. Mike White goes down. Skylar Thompson comes back in and says, I can make it work with anybody. And said, this my football team. I'm the backup, bitch. It's what he told Mike White. I heard that they almost got the hands, but Mike White was like, nah, this country boy got something on him. So he ain't want none.
I don't know. All I know is Tua was chumming it up with Skyler pretty good Saturday afternoon. I don't know if that means anything because everybody wanted to talk about how he was chumming it up with Mike White in training camp as if,
this is Skylar's in.
Man out. And Mike White looked pretty like
odd man out,
uninterested in their conversation, looking down at his tablet.
What do you boys think on the Skylar Thompson stock up?
As I said before, he was one of the higher rated
Definitely, yeah.
quarterbacks in this preseason, just like he was last season. And he did something Mike White couldn't. He scored in the end zone 3 times. In the red zone, and what was it, 3-4 trips by Mike White and couldn't get it done. So that's just basically what I'm going to point it out. I don't care what anybody says. It keeps trying to say that it was a delusion. We're buying it's a charlatan move. They're making crap look like gold. Blah blah blah. I don't want to hear that, because he got to play with some of the starters as well as the second and third strings, and he outperformed the guy that you guys said is supposed to be better. So that's what I'm going to say about Skylar
He
Thompson.
also improved from week over week, because remember,
He did.
Saturday he had to go back out in the game and play with the trash squad, which he had a hard time playing with last week. But this week he put up a touchdown with them.
Yeah,
So
that's
he
actually
actually even improved from last week to this week.
Yeah. So
What
Skylar
about
was
you,
sleeping.
Crypto?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely. I agree with everybody. It's definitely stock up, no doubt. I've always said that it's his job to lose, even though he been having shaky, joint practices or whatever it was. To me, those were always scripted to me. But the closest thing to regular season is preseason, and then the joint practices after that, because you have to guess what the opposing coach is doing versus you collaborating with the opposing coaches on what we're going to do and what we plan on working on. So, yeah, Skylar Thompson had one bad preseason game in his whole NFL career thus far. Small sample size, but he's only had one bad game in all of his previous 5 NFL games in the preseason. So
Yeah.
it's his job to lose.
Right.
What do you think, Lou?
Exactly. And real quick, see, J.R. Black completely missed my point. He says, so a QB needs talent around him to look good. Okay. No. In case you didn't notice, he went back out there Saturday with guys that are not even going to make this team and put up a touchdown. Did you not hear what I said?
No, he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's called selective hearing color.
Yeah, I think for me, Cat, I think Skylar Thompson had a lot of good plays yesterday. I think that's all you can ask from a quarterback. I'm kind of with Ali, with his original point of, listen, Mike White had 8 plays last week inside the 10-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons. I'm not killing McDaniel. I know we could have got field goals on those plays, but in the preseason, you normally go for it. That's 8 plays. Mike White never got in the end zone. Skylar Thompson did. I mean, basically, that's dropping the hammer on the whole conversation. Like, you need your quarterback to lead scoring drives, preference touchdowns, and that's what Skylar Thompson did, man. It was impressive. So yeah, I definitely think I would agree his stock is definitely up.
And with that, Mike White's
Sir.
stock is falling down. What is going on with this Mike White experiment? I know the coaches like him. I know that they, listen, with the new league rules, he's going to be on the team because that's kind of how it goes now. Everybody's going to have 3 quarterbacks, and I think it's for the best, especially to help manage the quarterback salary situation that is so top heavy in the NFL. It's getting harder and harder and harder to build teams. I think that's going to also alleviate some of that pressure. What do you guys think about this Mike White situation, him falling off just a little bit and, stock being down on him? We'll go around the room.
He has a chance to recuperate.
We'll start with Ali, go to Lewis, then Crypto, then Color. Go ahead, Ali.
So my thing is that I'm going to go back to, Color's wise advice that he tried to explain after week 1, but nobody wanted to hear it at the time. I think you can't evaluate really if his stock truly is falling down until they get the equal opportunity. So Mike White played the majority of the snaps in the first game, right? Now, Skylar responded. He got the majority of the snaps, right? And I kind of think in the next game, you're going to see more even snaps between Mike White and Skyler in the last game. And that will decipher really who's QB2, who's QB3. You know what I mean? And that will put the nail in the coffin. But just based on that first game alone, Skylar Thompson has made the biggest jump. So I'm going to go, his stock is up. And obviously, based on that, Mike White has dropped. So that's where I'm at with it.
I mean, yeah, I basically tend to agree. Last week, Skylar Thompson played with a bunch of guys that, listen, let's be honest, they're either delivering mail or bagging groceries at Publix next week, right? So I think you've seen Skylar play with a couple ones, maybe even some of the backups yesterday. He looked a lot better. So I'm kind of with Ali. I think in the third game, assuming Tua's not playing, I still want to see some of the guys like Eric Izakama, Cedric Wilson, Barrios, and I think I want to see them with both quarterbacks, Mike White and Skyler, and let the chips fall where they may. But I think just for me, second year in this offense, the only quarterback again on our roster with playoff experience, I think we always give that deference to Tua, right? Like, oh, it's Tua's second year in this offense. Well, it is for Skylar Thompson as well. So just with that being said, I think for me, as of right now, it would be Skyler as my backup, number 2. But let them battle it out in this last preseason game. But I don't want to see either one of the quarterbacks playing with the ones or twos and then the next one playing with backups, right? Like guys that's not making the roster. I think to make a fair assessment, give them both opportunities playing with the kind of same offensive line, same weapons, and, let the better man win.
I like it. Crypto. Stock down on Skyler, or excuse me, on Mike White.
Well, I would say this. Yeah, his stock may be down. He has a chance to bring it up a bit because he's probably going to get most of the reps in the Jacksonville game because they kind of like switching.
They're going to give him the opportunity.
Yeah, to say, hey, we're going to give you one more shot with the higher skill positions, whether it be some of the ones and all the twos and threes, that you got a chance to try to take command of this offense. And the key thing here, I would say, White, he has to get the ball in the end zone with these guys. You can't go 8 possessions or eight inside the red zone with nothing, because Mike McDaniel is going to go for it on fourth down. He's got to do
something, Crypto, because Skylar Thompson had 15 of 22 for 157 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mike White's going to have to do something. He's got to do something. He's getting cooked in the battle right now. We're going to send a cooking apron his way if he don't get his shit together.
Yeah, we're going to have to. We might have to send one of those aprons to him as well because he's getting cooked. I'm telling you. Listen,
he's getting cooked.
If Mike McDaniel will go for it enough times inside the 20, roughly in the red zone, and he'll go for it enough times where he'll have his opportunities to take some shots and putting us in the end zone. If he don't, then it's pretty much well decided who's going to be our number 2 quarterback.
I don't know what this is.
At that point, I think that's the litmus test.
Every time use a woman, bro.
I guess so. Hey, baby.
Wow.
What the hell was that?
All right, before we run to color.
It was some Facebook spam. I had to show it because of what it said. It was hilarious.
Shout out to I'm a Bob too. Let's see if Mike White, Skyler gets reps. Who is going to get practice reps? Skyler, White are back up, and they get 20% if you get back, barely get any. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, I think he's referencing after the 53-man roster, once you're actually practicing. Last season, they didn't get very many reps at all with the ones and twos. They were basically running the practice squad. And that was a big issue, but I think
this is the difference.
They're preparing for the Chargers at that point.
Yes, this is going to be their week. They're gonna give these guys. This is their lowly little chance, man. It really is.
Well, I actually don't think that the stock is down right now. I'm like, wait, I got an actually different take on it.
Oh, well, go ahead, Color. Let's hear this.
I think his stock is rising slower than Skylar Thompson's. And so the reason I say that is because look, Skyler's been in this system, as we just said. This is his second year. He's been in it. He's been in a playoff game. Mike McDaniel drafted him, but they did pay Mike White a couple of bones to come in here, probably thinking he's better than Skyler and wanting him to be QB2. And so they gave him the first shot out of the gate. He did all right, but couldn't put it in the end zone. Skyler comes out this week, says, hey, I've been here for 2 years. Boom, boom, boom. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Right now, Mike White should, in fairness, because he's so new in the room with the verbiage and their protocols and all that, that you can say, okay, now he should get a chance to counterpunch because Skyler already has the counterpunch. He played in a playoff game last year. He's, he's Mike McDaniel's guy. You know what I mean? So
is he though? He's not the guy who got brought in from free
and all that.
agency
It looked to me like they were pretty pleased with him succeeding Saturday. Like they were pretty happy with it, him and Tua. So my point is, Mike White has a chance to come back out and say, okay, the reason they're giving him that extra chance to say, look, we really kind of want you to be QB2 because we're paying you the money. He's getting another shot this week. If Skyler laid down the plate, if you can do better than that, you're QB2. If not, whatever. But my point is, if he does do better than Skyler did this week, we in a good damn situation, people.
I don't feel bad about my situation, Color. I will say that.
Yeah, we should be feeling good, real good.
I think we all should.
But I now feel comfortable that they've given Skyler a real shot finally, because that's been my biggest beef. They finally gave him a real shot, a real chance to showcase himself to everybody, and he came through. So Mike White's got to do the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta do it. Rocking and rolling.
All right.
Man.
So last person I want to mention on a stock up, stock down is two players. So stock up because of someone's stock down. I think Robbie Anderson's stock went down a little bit. I didn't see him super quiet. Eric Ikuzama made some plays. Even Cedric Wilson had some stuff. Braxton Berrios stock up. That guy, first of all, does he look great in a 0 or what? How good does he look? He looks like if there was ever a guy that should wear the number 0, it's that guy. And I think Braxton Berrios showing up, with Waddle being out, this was a perfect time for us to see who's going to step up to be a number 2 to the 1A, 1B of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, because it's not like someone's going to overtake Waddle. To me, when Jalen Waddle and or Tyreek Hill are not on the field, right now, that other option on the field as the number 2 or the number 1, if neither one of them are off there, it's Braxton Berrios. Stock is up on him, while stock going down on Robbie Anderson, who I thought was, after the first preseason game, the guy to be the number 2 behind those guys. What do you guys think?
I'm high on Berrios. I got, the way he was running his routes, he was in and out of his breaks. He showed that he's ready to definitely be a legitimate number 3.
Well, my opinion of Robbie Chosen was already so low that you'd have to work incredibly hard to get a lower take out of me right now anyway. So,
well, then there you Colors on the Berrios bandwagon. What do you think, Ali?
I think what we can expect from Robbie Chosen hasn't been seen yet. And the reason, what I mean by that is I honestly think he's going to make this roster one way or the other.
Oh, I think he makes the roster. I'm just talking about that.
No, but I understand, but just hear me out. What I mean by this. So I think he's going to make the roster, but I think the role that they have for him, I think it's something that they haven't shown, because as much as we, are excited for what we've saw, in yesterday in Saturday's preseason game and everything. It's still very vanilla. If you look at the plays that they ran, it's all the same stuff that they did last season. There's really not very much difference, between the offense and everything. And now that you have depth at wide receiver, right? You have depth at tight end, technically, and other positions. I kind of feel like you're going to open up your playbook a little bit more and show us something we haven't seen. And I think Robbie Chosen or a Braxton Berrios both could fit that. And also, based on what was said in their media availability, they talk about the role that they plan on being utilized more. So that means that there's something that they're going to use them for. And I just don't see what the difference it makes right now in preseason because we can't see it. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Ooh, well, I'm glad no one took mine. Here goes a hot take right here.
Here we go.
I am not. I think we have a new wide receiver 3 that we need to start talking about, and I brought it up after the first week. It's Eric Izakama. I asked specifically before this week, I wanted to see Eric Izakama get some work with the one, specifically Tua. I know the chemistry he has with Skylar Thompson. I needed to see him with Tua. What did you see? Now, again, it was a little hitch route, right? But listen to the point, right? Last night I was watching the 49ers Denver Bronco game. First play of the game from the 49ers was the exact same play Tua threw to Eric Izakama. Brock Purdy threw that same route to Deebo Samuels. If you look at the first week against the Atlanta Falcons, first 2 touches for Eric Izakama, Deebo row, a reverse and a jet sweep, right? I think Eric Izakama is the only receiver that we have in the room that brings something different. Bigger body, bigger catch radius. Remember last year, right? We all thought Cedric Wilson was going to be the number 3. We thought, it was Trent Sherfield. Why? Because of his blocking ability. You don't want Chosen Anderson out there blocking. Braxton Berrios ain't going to be out there blocking. Did you see Eric Izakama week 1 of the preseason against Atlanta? Some of the blocks he had in the running game? Hot take right here, gentlemen. Wide receiver 3 this year is one easy E. Eric Izakama.
That's not really a hot take because the thing is that
that's not that hot.
That's not that hot. I'll tell you why.
Hey, well, goddamn it, give me some credit, goddamn it.
I am going to give you some credit because
I'm starting fires out here, man. Come on,
I will tell you, Easy E actually has been working on his speed. He does look a lot.
He does look fast as a muh.
The charcoal is still wet on those fires,
He's
Lord.
ready to take off. And I am glad you brought up the jet sweep. That's a really good point because in the first game, they had him run a jet sweep, which he ran and almost busted open.
He ran twice.
Actually, he did bust it. He ran it twice. That might be something we didn't really get last season that we get this season. You didn't see Tyreek and Waddle run the jet sweeps as much as we would have liked. In the last game, we finally saw it, and it worked. But I think this season we might see it a lot more.
Well, I took a sip of my ice water, Lewis. I took a sip of my ice water, Lewis. I mean, I thought it was a hot take.
I appreciate that color. At least someone appreciates me around here.
Get out of here.
You don't appreciate shit.
I'm just kidding.
The charcoals was still wet. I thought the charcoals was still wet. It couldn't be put in the fire, man.
All right, so look, we've reached the 1 hour mark. We've got over 100 in the room, like 50 something likes. Everybody hit the like button right now. Please get the likes up. We're going to be showing a video here that I'm going to let Lewis do a little introducing about. But before we do, make sure you guys are hitting the like button and checking out all the great content we possess here on the network. Myself, El Capitan with the Fins Tailgate. You got Color with Coffee and a Cup of Color and fucking color commentary and co-hosting Ali with Broken Takes, Late Night Exhale, and Top of the Tailgate with Color Com. You got Kahari P going to be starting some good shows here, probably this week, going to get them started. Then you got Lou, a.k.a. the Rabbit Dolphin, doing some co-hosting, doing his own shows coming up here. guys need to hit the notification bell because we got a million of them coming out. And then Shake Money in the middays, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, coming at you. And then Crypto is going to be doing his morning show tomorrow at 11 a.m. with Lou. So make sure you guys are there. Tons and tons of stuff coming up and down the pike. Crypto and Color are going to be on Thursday mornings after Top of the Tailgate. So, guys, you need to hit the like button. Also, donate to the channel. Cash App, Venmo, The Fins Tailgate. Great ways to support. Also, another great way to support is through the link in the description. Hit the join button and become a member of the channel. Also, links to Fanatics. Use the Fanatics link to let them know that we sent you. W Energy Drink. Let them know that we sent you and use offer code TFTG to get 10%. And then also with our friends at Backroom Collection, you'll get 10% off with them using TFTG as well. All of this great stuff, all the things, all the gear, everywhere, everything. You can find it all at tftgnetwork.com. Check it out.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process makes shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
Yeah, guys, make sure you guys are checking out all the great stuff at tftgnetwork.com. Ali, we'll see you in the morning for Top of the Tailgate with Color.
Thank you.
See you later, buddy.
Yeah, I just got a text. I just got a text from Ali Capitan. I think I'm fired.
Uh-oh. Lost the gig, did you?
No,
all right,
man.
Color. You need to be there bright and early. You're going to lose the gig. All right, so Lewis's son is the next coming at corner. For anybody who doesn't know, he's the next coming at DB. Still deciding on which college, Lou? Has he decided on which one? I know he's got multiple offers.
We got multiple offers, and now the University of Florida has just reached out. We'll be doing a visit with them as well. So very happy, excited, and some good things
is amazing
on the horizon.
University of Florida, you listening, Shake Money? He's going to put your franchise back on the map because it was in a gutter prior to Lewis's son coming up. So you hear that, Shake Money? Take notes.
That ain't no lie. The little rabbit dolphin gonna go there and wake these Gators up, buddy.
Exactly. He's finally put them on the map.
What a school to get an invite to. But season's back on. We got a nice little highlight reel tape here from the youngster. Let's go ahead and check this out, everybody. And everyone hit the like button for Lou's son. Gonna be in, say you were there when he was making it to draft night. All right, y'all get to see it. Hold on, let me get some.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
for eyes. Young and outside, they don't go other cops. We clutching the mobs.
I don't got time. Music off. Getting clipped. Was one thing with the purge stuff. Mike got away with that. Damn, boy. Putting the licks on it. Look, that kid had to get carted away, didn't he, Lou?
It took him a while to get up a little bit.
Look at that form tackling. You wrap the legs, they can't go
Lou's
nowhere.
Wrap them up.
That's Lou's boy.
You're absolutely kidding me, bro. What a damn tackle that was, bro. Shit.
Can't run with no legs.
Right.
See, he got himself his victory dance all set up too. Digging the graves.
Yeah, he calls that the seatbelt. He's locking things down, so every time he makes a play.
Seatbelt. I like that.
He calls that move the seatbelt.
Locking him down.
Listen,
buckle in.
We'll be seeing more. We'll be seeing more.
We will definitely be seeing more. I just wanted to shout you out, Cap. You didn't have to let me do that. And again, this is why this is the greatest platform on YouTube, because it's equal opportunity for everybody. So I'm truly humbled, and I appreciate you showing it, Cap.
Well, buddy, you already know. We talked about it even before this. Anything and everything for the young man to help a leg up. Listen, man, Gators will be lucky to have him. And that would be an amazing accomplishment.
He's got some skills, man.
You know, he should really, it's good that the Gators are calling. And this year, too, I mean, he's going to put some more film out there. Who knows who calls? Who knows who calls them? NIL deals are coming in soon, Lou.
You need to join that transfer portal to UM as soon as you can, bro. You'd be all right.
The UM get the transfer portal.
We're still hoping for more offers, but it was definitely the call from Florida was definitely the biggest. So it's just good. We'll go out there. We'll visit it.
That boy looked great in a Gators uniform for sure, bro.
I think he'd look great in it.
He's already got the colored helmet.
Yonder.
He's already got the.
All I want to go is to a game, dog. That's it. Just let me come along. I can get Brandon the bookie to come. He's a diehard Gators. We got a bunch of diehard Gators fans of the channel, and guys on the channel. Shake Money Gators fan, Brandon the bookie Gators fan, Tonk Gators fan. They would freak out if your boy's over there playing for the Gators, man. That would be crazy.
Listen, anywhere he goes, I know TFTG will be in the building. So
be buying those jerseys, boy. Yep. We be buying them jerseys, boy. You know it. Putting it up. Getting it up.
Yep, Lou, that's built-in entourage, bro. Guys, gonna make sure he walks the right path, man. You know what I mean?
It, man.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I've been talking to him. He plays with an aggression on the field, but then I've been trying to get him up here to maybe do an interview with him and stuff, and still kind of working on that. But I did talk to him. Hopefully, I think he's going to start it this season, maybe start vlogging a little bit, and maybe we could do something like that as well. I'll put it on the channel. And, kind of from a young athlete's perspective of, school and managing life, practice, and all those things, I think will be a good kind of venture. I think a lot of fans would enjoy it, just seeing a young man's perspective.
Right.
I think it'll lay the groundwork for some other younger folks that, are getting involved. If he can, keep like a somewhat of a journal of this type of stuff. It's important, man, to show the layout of this thing. It's an undertaking. It's a stress on your life, a stress on your family. There's a lot of success and a lot of like nice things, but there's a lot of hard things too. So, him having a way to reach to people, I'm sure he would enjoy helping those behind him. And I'm sure if he starts doing, he's going to find a lot more of those in front of him looking to help him too when they see that type of
and and don't be afraid to pat yourself on the back too, Lewis, because having had a father that didn't necessarily support my desire to play football, you know, I've seen throughout the years that these guys that make it to the NFL, that make it, you know, that do
They got
something with
support
themselves,
systems.
they've got a father
Right.
just like you, doing what he's doing right now, telling us about him, showing him, you know what I mean, supporting him, being proud of him, you know what I mean, and saying, hey, you know, letting him do his thing, you know what I mean, if that's what he wants to do, bro. So, you know, don't be afraid to credit yourself, man, because what we just saw in that video is you, bro. That's you, man.
Yep, that's part of it. It takes a village, and it's a thing to be proud of, Lewis, for sure.
And he's your boy, bro.
Yeah.
That's literally you, bro. You spit something out of yourself and there it is, man. You know what I mean? You molded it the right way, you raised it the right way, and you're starting to see, you know, the growth and maturity of your boy, bro. That's freaking awesome. Credit to you, man.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, not only from Keller, from everybody. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, it's not, for me, it's not about, and ever since we even started this journey, I remember coaching them from flag all the way, still doing some work with them now in the high school days. I've always told him, like, his ultimate goal is to one day play in this league. And that would, for me, as a father, that would be a bonus. But to know, to Color's point, raising the young man right, and now him being able to, because he loves the game of football. So to be able to go to college, no matter where it is, and get a free ride to go play a game that you love, for me, that would be more gratifying than getting to the league, right? Like knowing my son graduated, he's going to have a college degree to play a game that he loved. That's more, for me, that's the gratifying part. Now,
You know
if the league comes with that, then hey, that's a blessing.
That's icing.
That's the icing on the cake,
right there.
You know what, too, though? There's a lot of ways and a lot of things that are associated with this league, and it starts with being in college to get your way into those doorways. So who knows what other path it might take him with being in college, meeting the people that, you know, will be in the league or associated with the league, writers, coaches, physicians, everything, man. It starts with this type of stuff right here. And the boy, it sounds like, you know, the future is very bright. So we'll facilitate it in every way we can, as you know, and it'll be great. And everybody who's in chat, make sure you're hitting the like button and supporting along. You know, we can get them around here and get Lou to, you know, bring them on maybe one of your Sunday pregame shows or something. That would be pretty dope, Lou. And, you know, get them to get all those social medias, all the stuff, and have everybody just swamp over there and follow and, you know, comment. That's how it does, man. You know, this is the entertainment industry too, ladies and gentlemen. And you can be a great player, but be quiet and, you know, it might not happen for you. Or you could be an okay player, but boisterous, and you can get opportunities and stuff too. Ultimately, your play on the field is going to take you far if you're doing well. But it is an entertainment industry, and this stuff's important. So we're going to do everything we can at the TFTG family to help facilitate any doors that need opening. We're going to bring the lockpick, get them through. Fuck all that. Ain't nobody keeping TFTG out of a damn thing around this bitch. We'll burn the bitch to the ground and start a new one before we get kept out of
we getting a sledgehammer. We getting that sledgehammer.
That ain't no lie. Damn.
Oh, damn. Maybe I shouldn't have showed this damn video.
What did he say?
To be paid to be big better bills. Wow.
Oh, God. What a dick.
That'll be a gut.
Man, Michael K. Make Michael K, bro.
If he was
I gotta
in the
hand
first
it to you,
round,
Michael K.
I would be so elated for Lou and his family and his kid, but it would be such a kick in the balls all at the same time. Like Lewis, you're just gonna have to say, son, you know, I love you.
He's lining up against Waddle or Tyreek Hill that day.
I'm gonna be cheering for you every game except
Lou will be the only one in the VIP area with a Dolphin jersey on.
Put his son's name on the back and number.
I would definitely be in the building for the game, but I would definitely be in aqua and orange. I'm sorry.
Don
I love
says rabid Bills fan.
Oh my God, no, never that. Never.
Just make sure, Lewis, when you get that inside access up in Buffalo, make sure you take a picture of yourself next to their trophy case.
Yeah, take a dump in that trophy case because that's the only thing it's good for. Oh man, that's funny.
No, but that would be funny. That would be funny if Lewis. That'd be funny if Lewis's boy got drafted by them and they win the Super Bowl with him on his squad. You know what I mean?
See, you know what? It's gonna take a South Florida boy to make that happen. Let's be real. It's gonna take a South Florida boy to make it happen. So that's gonna be the only way. Pay the boy big.
That's right. That's right. His daddy's a Dolphins fan, so we'll even claim that trophy.
Yeah. The only way you got it is the loins of the Miami Dolphins, bitches.
Damn, that will be some crazy irony.
They're gonna have to make sure to pay extra.
Lewis will give us all tickets to the Super Bowl parade, and we'll crash their Super Bowl parade.
Yeah.
Extra, Lou. That's all. Just make sure they pay through the nose. That's all that really matters.
Oh, absolutely. We'll definitely be hitting them over the head. We'll be holding out for a bigger contract. I can promise you that.
And you know what's going to be great too?
You gonna pull a Eli Manning on them?
We can put fan political pressure with the gate. You know what I'm saying? Just blow up all their social medias, full mob style on everything. Why ain't y'all paying this kid enough money? Da 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 da. Yeah, make that.
We'll save him from getting drafted there. We'll post some mysterious pictures of him doing something nefarious or something in college.
Like what?
I don't know, anything, and then we'll hype it up, and it'll
make Color might Larry Tunsil the kid.
It'll make him fall just enough places to us, you know.
Right.
Larry Tunsil, no Color.
His own daddy will leak it out, man. He'll be like, man, I can't have the Bills drafted, man.
The Dolphins are right behind the Bills. I know they're going to draft them. Oh, man.
Just when they're on
Lewis
the clock,
is like, boy, I had to buy you a new car because I'll be honest with you, I made your draft stock fall on purpose.
Yeah, we're not going to Buffalo, son. Boys, that was good, though. Listen, we're going to be up there. We'll be giving you guys updates all year. And then, in a couple years when my boys in high school, we'll do the same thing. We're just going to keep this bitch rolling, dog. And you know what? Yeah. Be nice. Some of these Gator kids need a little bit of a media presence, pump up. We're gonna have some Gator shows around here, or whatever college team around here, and we'll jazz up some of his boys and stuff, and as well as him. You find some friends they like what's going on. We got, as you know, we got a multimedia team, we got a website, we got a channel, we got a platform. We trying to dabble in a lot of things because where we see the future of growth in this is a broad spectrum of multimedia that we're going to want to be able to use for our own nefarious ends. So, whatever, fuck y'all. Y'all don't like it, stop us. Can't. Get out the way. Check yourself.
Get out the way.
So, all right, let's get back to some Dolphins football. I don't expect us to see much of the starters this week. I know we're going to be looking for that battle with Skylar Thompson and Mike White. What other things you guys going to be looking for out there?
Well, August 23rd is National Cuban Sandwich Day.
I'm going to be eating one.
And also,
don't they typically put mustard on a Cuban sandwich too? I don't really eat mustard.
They
I
can
put mustard on it.
Certain places do it. Certain places don't.
And also Thursday, the 24th, is Fan Appreciation Day at camp. So I don't know how that affects things. I'll be looking for that. Other than that, I mean, everything is just still the minutia of practice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there'll be plenty of practice. I'm sure they're going to get a lot of these guys that are fringe bubble guys are going to get a lot of work, like Brooks, Miles Gaskin. I expect to see plenty of these guys. Sylvan Ahmed as well.
I expect it to be a total snooze fest on Saturday, absolutely. Unless you're really wanting to see, the guys who have a chance, who are outside looking in, see if they can get in.
I always that'd be interesting to watch. I always love watching the last preseason game because to me, it's that last slither of hope. And I like to watch other teams' last preseason games because I'm keeping my eye out there on the market.
Exactly. You can garner some information out of it, basically. Right. But as far as the game goes, preseason for me is just as boring as playing poker with fake money. I mean, everybody goes all in, bro. You're like, why would you even bet? Just bet all in every hand, you know? I mean, it's fake money.
Right.
Go all in.
I think a guy for me on Saturday that I would definitely want to keep an eye on, and maybe it's for selfish reason, but I think he played a pretty good game watching the game over again, was a guy like Channing Tindall, right? I want to see if he can stack. This was the first time we seen him in a game where he was kind of making plays, where I don't want to say took over the game, but at least he was in the right areas. He had a good pass breakup on a pass.
See if he can put some good days together, is what you're saying.
Just stack up the days,
All right.
Cap. Like, come out there this week of practice, have good practice, and then show up again on Saturday and you know, just stack them days together. So that's, for me, that's a guy specifically that I'll be looking at on Saturday.
I like that take. A guy I'm going to be looking for too is oh my God, I just had the name. Oh man, I'm blanking on it. Go ahead, Crypto. Who are you going to be looking for? Can't believe I just lost it.
Oh,
What are you going to be looking for in this last preseason game, Crypto?
this battle, you know, finish out there a little between the depth positions. You know, it's who's going to be the 2s and 3s solidified as 2s and 3s, you know, going forward. Because the ones are pretty much, you know, even those ones that's not decided, you know, give them enough work to solidify them as the one. That's for certification of the depth, because we're not going to be seeing too much. I mean, Tua might play, but it'll be it. But I'm just looking for solidification of positions, because after this game, we all know Sunday, people be Walmart greeters in about 24 hours after.
What do you think?
Why do we always go to Walmart greeter? I mean, they go from trying to make a football team to like the worst job on the planet. I've never understood that. Aren't these guys like smart enough to get like, you know?
Yeah, they're all college educated, probably got degrees.
Wait a minute.
And shit.
I don't know about
Maybe the manager at the Walmart, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah.
damn, Crypto.
Or a partner for
Color,
Walmart.
but
for
Walmart greeters,
Sam's.
you got to
Club
have a
partner or
master's
something.
degree to be a Walmart greeter, Color. I don't know.
Or
about
like
you.
Walmart security, like loss prevention, you know what I mean?
I don't know. They just write everything up now. That's why they lie. All
Well,
that
I was going to
stuff.
say loss prevention's a dying industry. Nobody even cares anymore. You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
there's
well,
no
just
loss
go take whatever you
prevention.
want, you know?
All these companies are
They
going.
chalk
Listen,
it up
not
as
to get
10% loss.
not to go on a little bit of a political tangent, but I will. Fuck y'all. I don't care. They allow all this theft from their stores because storefronts are a dead art. Everyone's ordering all their shit.
Mhm.
They've got these leases that they signed
Everything's
for 10
offline,
years
right?
in cities that they're never going to be able to counterbalance their profits with. So what do? They allow them to be robbed. They allow all that stuff. They then write it all off as a loss and get to friggin' make back and keep all their
10%
money
each year.
and break their leases and get out of all their shit. And then their insurance backup takes care of all their shit. That's what's happening.
Half the states those are in, they don't even prosecute theft anymore. It's like they just do.
It's because that's the take, Color. That's the fucking take.
The Home
Big business is in
does the
business
same thing.
always with the politics, and the politics want that theft because that's what they were bought and paid for through lobbyists. They're going out of business. They want to put warehouses in Nowheresville, USA, and have everything shipped to your house, which is fine. But they want to get out of all those leases, get out of all that nonsense, and screw everyone.
And for the traditionals, what we now call boomers, that refuse to convert fully over to online shopping and all that. My recent experience at a local box store that'll remain nameless, all our favorite one, you know which one I'm talking about. And I go in there, and there's literally there's employees working in there, right? But everything is completely self-done, self-checkout. There's not a single line open with a clerk at it, right? The place is like a mess. Like there's like millions of people in there. Lines are down the road at the self-checkout, you know. And as I'm walking around browsing for what I need and what I came there for, the only employees I found were all stuck in the shelves, and they were like blocking the aisles everywhere they were at.
Yep, because
And they actually got mad at me. They got mad at me for like squeezing around them.
That's because the stores per square footage are better utilized as a storage space
right
than it is a shopping space.
Right,
and that's
but
what it's come down to.
So what I'm saying is they got mad at me for squeezing around them like I was bothering them, right? And I'm just like, that's literally the only employees in this place is completely automated now. Just like as if you were, remember Dave Chappelle's skit? What would it be like if the internet was a place you could go to?
Yes,
that's how it was, bro. I'm like, I literally could have just sat home and did this and waited for this stuff to get to me.
All right, so let's get back to what we were talking about. Again, they're not Walmart greeters. That job no longer exists. Let's go ahead. A battle. Okay, Color, you were going to say a battle position you were looking at or people you were looking at. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think my guy that I've been looking at all camp has kind of quieted down a little bit, and I haven't seen much out of him. He don't seem to be, trying to make noise, and that's Cameron Good. I'm hoping he still has a shot, but it's looking more and more like he's not even being considered at this point, for the 53 man. But a guy like him, I did see him on the special team on the special teams Saturday. A guy like him is going to have to really stand out on special teams probably to make himself known. Likely be relegated back to the practice squad for another year. And I'm not so sure after how well he was doing early on in camp, I'm not so sure he'll last on the practice squad with sharks like Bill Belichick out there and other defensive guys, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I really am still pulling for him, but I think the guy that muscled in on him and kind of pushed him out of that over the last couple of weeks has been Mitchell Aguda. I mean, the Miami Hurricane. Shout out to the U.
That guy's killing it right now.
I mean, he is. Yo, if he's the reason Cameron Good is out, I'm perfectly fine with that, bro.
Yeah, I feel very fortunate at that depth position right now with those two young guys in the wing. Not too dissimilar to Aubrey Miller as well. I'll be interested. These are all names I'll be looking at too. Cameron Good, Aubrey Miller, Aguda. Those guys I'm looking into. Another position I'm going to have a good focus on.
Well, one other thing real quick, Capitan, is from what I heard from other people who know more than me, they're talking Aguda has the potential to outperform even Jalen Phillips. I mean,
I
don't think it's going to happen, but I'm just saying they're talking hey, this guy is not a slouch. You know what I mean?
There ain't no way. There's the most
Jalen Phillips is getting 25 sacks. Mark it. You heard it here first.
Yeah. Damn, 25. I hope he doesn't. I mean, I do, but I don't.
The only way I would commit that sacrilege that I just committed was by speaking about another Miami Hurricane. Yeah, so I feel comfortable saying that.
Well, look, a position I'm also going to look into. I want to see
getting 25.
I want to see some of these secondary guys that are the depth guys, because let's call it for what it is. We're going to see a lot of these dudes a lot of the time out there. The Keon Crossons of the world, the Bethels of the world, both those guys banged up a little bit. I want to see if they're going to get out here in this third preseason game. Trill Williams, I want to see more from him. Did Nick Needham play last game? I don't even know.
I don't believe so.
Again, I want to see if Nick Needham's ready. I want to see if he plays. Noah Igbenogany. I want to see him get targeted. I want to see him in coverage.
Yes, I want
to
see him get targeted right out.
I want to see him to get targeted. I want to see this secondary is super important, and that's not limited to the corners. I want to see the safeties as well. I want to see what the general, what's his name, Verone McKinley III. I want to see what he does. Some of these other guys, I want to see how they fare in this last preseason game, which, you know how this last preseason game goes. A lot of times these quarterbacks, these wide receivers, these running backs, everyone is going to go hard. They're all not just fighting for a job for themselves with the team that they're on, but they're trying to put together paper and numbers on paper and also tape together for teams that are watching after their 53-man roster cuts.
Well, I
Practice.
tell you what, when Fangio said he needed to find the talent, he sure did load himself with a candy shop, didn't he?
He did enough as far as finding what he wants, but we're gonna see what some of these guys can do. Step up, play. I wanna see. Oscar, great point. I want to see out of these guys. I want to see some interceptions and some sacks. I want to see on the defensive side some of these boys show up.
Turnovers.
The wide receivers.
Look, the Jacksonville Jaguars ain't no slouch team anymore. Look,
yeah, but we're not.
It's a preseason game. I get all that, but what I'm saying is right. But what I'm saying is Peterson is got his own questions to ask, and he's going to have guys on his squad firing it up too. We're not talking about the Houston Texans and the even Atlanta. You're probably looking at about the same kind of caliber squad as Atlanta in the way they practice and stuff like that. So I guess that's about the litmus. Be about the same kind of week as we had with Atlanta, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Similar. It's just going to be good to me. All teams are created equal that last preseason game. Maybe coaching can be a little bit better, but I believe even coaches take a little bit of, step back and let some of these other guys call plays, do things a little bit more of a commanding role.
Peterson will probably let Trevor take some of the reins and see where he's at when it comes to diagnosing defenses and knowing what play to call next. Because look, what makes a great coach quarterback combination is when a quarterback is basically a player extension of the coach's mind on the field. If he can call plays correctly the way the coach would have called that drive, that's what we saw, I suspect, last week with us. Why Tua and McDaniel were so excited on some of them touchdown drives, because I suspect that he said, Tua, look, in order to gain perspective from the coach, you call this drive. You know what I mean? How would I call it? Because if you want to ever be a quarterback that calls his own offense, you got to know what I'm going to do. You got to be me.
Point. These are the things I'm going to be watching. Tua, talking to Skyler, talking to Mike White, what wide receivers. I think we're pretty solid on wide receivers that we're going to keep, but also like some of these other depth guys, that Ryan Hayes, the rookie that we got at tackle. How's he fares? He just yoking people up all over the place. These last 8 to 10 roster spots, who's going to stand up? Who's going to say, I made this Dolphins team? And who's going to be one of those last 3 guys for those last 3 spots that's going to be on the coach's list that they're going to go, man, we are deep at this position, but I can't let this guy go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who's the hard takes? This is what I like. And then there's
Healy's
also
going to be one of them.
And looking across the field at the Jags, I'm going to be watching those guys too. I'm going to go, damn, I don't know who the hell that offensive left guard was, but he was yoking up people. Maybe he could get cut.
That's what you're right. That's what we're going to be looking at too. We're looking at their team for those purposes just as much as ours this week. Absolutely.
It's going to be a big time deal. So that's pretty much the end of the show. Yep. I do want to say to everybody, make sure you hit the notification bell. We got Top of the Tailgate in the morning. You got Crypto and Lou doing the show tomorrow at 11 a.m. Big week coming this week, getting ready for the season as we come out into our first week of the season. Huge week. I got some guests lined up for some shows. Some may be recorded, some may be live interviews, but I got some really great guests that I'm going to be putting those shows together with next week. So guys, be on the lookout, hit the notification bell. You're not going to want to miss some of the guests that we're having come around here. It's going to be really, really great. Make sure everybody's hitting the like button, checking out all these shows, because we're going to be doing anywhere between 20 and 24 shows a week on this network of live shows. There's going to be another 3 or 4, potentially 1 to 3, 1 to 4 pre-recorded shows that are going to come out a week. And then there's going to be countless shorts and short videos from Johnny Sauces and other cast of characters that we're going to get into. I got a great bit that's going to be lined up where we're going to be able to get introduced to other fans of other fan bases that I think you guys are going to really enjoy. They'll be in shorts. They'll be in shorter videos. We got so much stuff coming to you guys. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you guys are checking out all the content for all of our members, all of our moderators, all our day ones and diehards that go back and hit the like button on all the videos. We really appreciate you guys. We've hit over 500 subscribers. We're going to be at 6,000, on our way to 10,000, and it's only because of you guys that we're there. We really appreciate you guys.
Man, I can't believe we're only 4,500 away from 10,000, bro.
I know. We're getting
You know,
close.
because when we were at zero, well, obviously I wasn't here when you were at zero, obviously, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, you know, when we were at zero up to 5,500, we thought, wow, 5,500. Imagine when we're there. Well, we're there, which means we can get 4,500.
Oh no, we can definitely do it.
I mean, we got 5,500. Why? We know how to do that, so of course we can get 4,500.
Just takes time, and it takes our dedication, not just through the shows, but reinventing the wheel with the website. We got great stuff coming with the website. We're gonna have articles, gonna have exclusive Patreon content coming out. Members content gonna get released, early videos for you guys. Just dude, so much stuff we're gonna bring to you guys.
And don't be afraid to hit any one of us up on our socials if you've got ideas, show ideas, segment ideas. Let us know what you want to hear about. You know what I mean?
Holler at the crew. We are easy to get in touch with. There's a lot of us. You can get in touch with any one of us, and
we're all approachable. You ain't gonna get shut out.
No,
I mean, hell, I don't check my Twitter responsibly enough, but you know, for other than that, I ain't gonna shy away from
all
nobody.
of us to reach out to. Crypto too. You can holler at Crypto. He'll holler back. So guys, make sure you're hitting the like button on all this stuff and share these things. Help the channel grow, guys. We really appreciate it. We're gonna need your help because we're gonna be really putting in between the guests, the segments, the green screen stuff that we're doing. Fun stuff. You're gonna want to be in it, and we do it for you guys, man. We really do. We love doing this. We have a great time doing it. It takes a lot of energy and time out of our lives, but we appreciate all you guys showing up. And as long as you guys still will show up, we'll continue to put it out. So give you yourselves a pat on the back because it's you guys that are in chat and watching these videos all the time for the reason that we're here. If you guys also leave comments at the end of the videos, get that comment section going after outside of the live chat. Put some takes in there. We'll respond. We pin up the comments sometimes. It's good to get that because there's tons of people who watch these videos at different times all around the world, and they're not getting the live chat experience that you guys get to. So it's good to, reach out to some people across the pond or some people around the world that are diehard fans of the TFTG and diehard Dolphin fans. They're looking for friends as well. So we appreciate you guys. Make sure to check out Top of the Tailgate tomorrow and Crypto's first show tomorrow. So it'll be great. Crypto and Lou, new show tomorrow. Be there, guys. And we'll see you all next time. Fins up.